All right, everybody. It's Wednesday morning here in Cypress, Texas. I already did my run and my workout. It was cold, but now it's nice. That's Texas for you, right? And sometimes California too. But the I I got brought into this ministry by this guy. He's in California, and he's here in Houston right now. And he wanted me to be the director of this Voc Rehab program for veterans and ex-felons, helping them get it together with their fitness, their finances, fitness, nutrition, and their finances. Well, that was 2.5 years ago, and actually, it's almost 3 years ago. All right, and so I got busy with my financial services business. Okay, but they still want to help people, and I had turned them on to this business incubator plan I got given to me by Jason Cisneros, and we were going to get it accredited and be able to teach it to everybody. Well, we never could get it accredited. He already did it, okay? And so I'm going through this course, and I'm like, he had this really great show he did on Facebook Live called the Next Influencer, kind of like modeled after The Apprentice. And I'm like, that would work for this Voc Rehab program. We have different disciplines. Broadcast communications is the primary one, heavy equipment operator, heavy equipment mechanic. I could bring in the financial services side of it. And this is awesome, right? There's the church. She's a professor teaching chemistry. She could actually do chemical formulation. We just had to find a facility to do it, to mix the chemicals, right? And I already got clients for her, and that's something. And that's awesome for making hair and skin products for the cosmetology industry, and cleaning chemicals for warehouses, especially the food warehouses, the produce warehouses, right? And so I'm like going through my mind, and how would we do this? How do we start this off, right? And during praise and worship, I get this idea, like a board game, like Monopoly, okay? And then last night, doing praise and worship, it gave me like way more detailed way of putting this board game together, right? So, and then last night, before I went to sleep, I'm like, okay, that's how you start the show. They play the game. They play the board game. Okay, on that board game, they gotta pay taxes. On that board game, there's gonna be choices. Do they pack a lunch, or do they bring, or do they go out to eat, right? And isn't that something? And and at the there's all these little things you put in the game, all right? And each time around the board is a month, okay? And then I started thinking about the personalities of this lady in the church, and she's just really got a personable, all right? But she also has great attention to detail. She'd be, if I had my own business, she'd be the one that I would want to hire as my office manager. She's not entrepreneurial. She can't go out there and get the business, right? But when they come in the door, she'll know exactly what to do with them, and how to treat them, and how to talk to them, and she's got a daughter who's cerebral palsy. She has cerebral palsy. You know, she's a very conscientious person. You know, very. She knows how to be. That little tender side to her. You know, that because she's taking care of this. You know, her daughter, and so she got that in her already. It's like baked in a cake. All right, and see, that's something you know, I've been conditioned to look for, you know, what somebody's, you know, personality profile, whether they're a choleric, a melancholy, a phlegmatic, or sanguine, and how to treat them. You know, how to recognize them, how to treat them. You know, whether they're what's their NLP? They visual, auditory, or kinesthetic. You know, and then the what other? You know, whether they're and then whether they're an entrepreneur. That's what this phone's for. You know, whether they're an entrepreneur, whether they're a artist, whether they're a manager, leader, or what kind of combination they are. You know, I'm already, you know, I just do that naturally. I'm like, every time I look at somebody, that's what I'm figuring out. I'm just can't help it. Been doing it for years, right? But we put together teams with the right people, and this game, the board game, is going to help us figure that out. All right, the board game is going to give us the intel, and then the winners of the game get to be the leaders of the team. And then the leaders of the team, you know, they get to pick who's on their team, and they're all going to be from these different disciplines: broadcast communications, heavy equipment mechanic, heavy equipment operator, financial services, and the chemical formulator. How about that? Maybe a couple of those. All right. And then we send them out. We get them to pick a zip code and go make some business happen. All right. Have a great day.